They don't have aircraft carriers. They don't have satellites. They don't have supersonic fighter jets. And yet, they are managing to shoot down American drones worth millions of dollars, and to frustrate a direct mission ordered by the President of the United States. In the heart of Yemen, a rebel group that until recently was seen as an irregular force has become a tactical nightmare for Washington. The Houthis are not just resisting, they are evolving, they are learning, and now they are taking down targets. The mission was clear: eliminate the Houthi leadership and put an end, once and for all, to the threat in the Red Sea. But the drones sent for this mission are falling, and the targets remain alive. How is this happening? How is an armed group in one of the poorest countries in the world managing to turn the tables on the most powerful military on the planet? The drones used by the United States in operations against the Houthis are not improvised devices. We're talking about the MQ-9 Reaper, one of the most sophisticated platforms ever developed for surveillance and strike missions in conflict zones. With high-precision sensors, extended flight capability, and satellite-guided weapons, this type of drone has become the Pentagon's main tool for carrying out surgical missions without putting soldiers at risk. They fly over targets for hours, map every movement, identify patterns, transmit real-time images to military commands, and when necessary, eliminate specific targets with precision. But all this technology relies on one essential condition: airspace control. And it is precisely this control that the Houthis have begun to challenge. By detecting, tracking, and striking American drones, even with defense systems considered rudimentary, the Houthis are attacking the most sensitive point in the modern US warfare doctrine: technological dependence. It's not just about the material loss of a drone, although each unit can cost tens of millions of dollars. It's about losing the eyes and arms of a strategy built on remote surveillance and sudden strikes. And when that link starts to fail, the entire American operational chain in the region is put at risk. The Houthis are far from a conventional force, but they have proven to be incredibly adaptable. They do not confront the US with equal firepower, but with tactical intelligence, field creativity, and above all, strategic external support. To shoot down drones like the MQ-9 Reaper, the Houthis have been using a combination of short-range surface-to-air missiles, Iranian-origin radar systems, and even repurposed civilian technologies turned into improvised weapons. In many cases, the drones are detected using simple mobile radars, which alert anti-air units in time to prepare a strike. In others, they use man-portable missiles, shoulder-fired, that hit the drones when they descend to lower altitudes for target identification. But the decisive factor is Iran. Intelligence sources confirm that Iranian support has been essential for the Houthis to learn how to exploit the vulnerabilities of the US drone fleet. This includes tactical training, custom parts supply, jamming software, and even electronic warfare systems that disrupt communications between the drones and their operators. Every Reaper taken down represents more than just a tactical success. It is proof that even with limited resources, it's possible to exploit the weaknesses of a technologically superior adversary. And this ability to adapt is reshaping global perceptions of what insurgent groups can do when facing a military power like the United States. US operations in Yemen, led by drones and based on precision strikes, had a clear goal: eliminate the Houthi strategic leadership, dismantle the chain of command, and end the group's ability to coordinate attacks in the Red Sea and beyond. On paper, it was supposed to be a quick, surgical, and highly effective campaign, but in practice, the opposite has occurred. With drones being systematically shot down, the US has not only lost expensive assets, but also vital intelligence. Each destroyed drone eliminates a source of imagery, eavesdropping, and target tracking that may have taken weeks, even months, to build. This forces American command to pull back, reassess strategies, redeploy equipment, and most importantly, expose flaws. And these flaws have concrete consequences. So far, the main Houthi leaders remain alive, mobile, and operating with increasing confidence. The financial cost has also become a growing problem. Each downed MQ-9 Reaper represents a loss of over $30 million, not including the cost of the missiles launched, the logistical support, personnel involved in the operation, and the prior intelligence gathered. When you add up the investment required to replace each unit, train new crews, and develop alternative surveillance routes, the economic impact of the campaign becomes difficult to justify, especially given such limited results. And that's not even counting the damage to the US military's image. The United States, which has historically portrayed itself as the unstoppable force in the skies, is now seeing its air supremacy being challenged by a regional rebel group. This has a direct effect on the credibility of remote warfare doctrine, which is one of the pillars of American strategy in the Middle East. The failure to eliminate Houthi leaders sends a message to the rest of the region, a message that challenging the United States, even with limited resources, can work. This boosts the morale of other armed groups and triggers a dangerous ripple effect for Western interests in the Middle East. For Washington, this is not just an operational failure. It's a troubling sign that its once revolutionary technological approach may have met a new kind of enemy, one that doesn't fight with tanks or jets, but with tactics, resilience, and well-calculated external support. The failure of the campaign against the Houthis, therefore, is not just about Yemen. It's about the future of US power projection in a world where asymmetry is becoming the rule, not the exception. The Houthi resistance has exposed a vulnerability that the United States rarely admits. Its technological superiority can be challenged, and even defeated, by well-executed asymmetric strategies. What is happening in Yemen is more than a tactical setback. It's a warning about the limits of remote warfare and the new kind of enemy the West must learn to confront. And you? Do you think the United States will manage to bounce back? Or are we witnessing the beginning of the end of American air supremacy? Leave a comment below and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss the next moves on the global chessboard.